Greetings from Cybertron. This is SoundJack here with a review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Autobot Alphastrike Counterforce, consisting of Sideswipe, or as the box calls him, Covert Clone Sideswipe, Slam Dance, and new character Trenchfoot. Trenchfoot? That doesn't sound like a good name. That's a very unfortunate name, but that is, in fact, his name. So, that's what he's got to live with throughout his life. Before we go over them, let's quickly talk about the box, since it's a special box. Main thing that's special about the box is that it doesn't have a cover on the front. Also, it contains all of them in one box, so that's also pretty special. Instead of having a clear plastic front, it actually just has artwork showing off Covert Clone, Sideswipe, Trenchfoot, and Slam Dance going on. There's the Siege. There's the name. It is number 26. If the camera will focus. Come on, focus. Focus. Yeah, there we go. S26. Ages 8 and up. Transformers official. That thin piece of artwork on the side of the box. That, and the callouts on the back, and then underneath. Before I move on from the box, I do want to say one thing. If you can see that number, let's see if I can't get it to focus on that. Yeah, if you see that number, it's 91361. This number is important because if there is a widespread issue with Slam Dance, come on, focus. Why are you not auto-focusing? Oh, and I'm off center. There has been an issue with the Grand Slam component of Slam Dance, where if you try to move the feet, the leg just breaks, and it's really bad. Not even signs of stretch marks, apparently. And apparently, all the ones that have been determined, all the ones that have seen this issue have been determined to come from a box with that code on it. However, mine does not have the issue. It seems to be fine. I'm able to transform it. The main thing I notice, it's very tight, but it is absolutely doable. I've heard a couple of people say they loosen the screws a little bit to make that less nerve-wracking. And I'm still a little nervous to touch them, but I wanted to put that out there very first, that is an important number to look out for. If you don't get the number, you should be fine. If you do get the number, you may or may not be fine. But you can only get it through Amazon, so hopefully they'll have extras in stock, and that if you do have that issue, you can get another one and send back this copy, hopefully. But going on to the reviews itself. Okay, so we got to do this in a few different stages. So we're going to start off with just looking at Trenchfoot, then we'll go to just looking at Sideswipe, and then lastly to Grand Slam, and all of them are going to get their own size comparisons. Trenchfoot, not so especially, but let's move these fellows off screen for a moment, and let's take a look at Trenchfoot. Trenchfoot is a recolor, color lift. Crap, I forgot the name. I know the partner with Trigger Happy. Trigger Happy's Target Master partner. I don't remember the name. I genuinely do not, but it is this one. This one. The only one I can keep thinking of is Aimless, but that's Misfire's partner for sure. I want to say Blowpipe. Oh yeah, Blowpipe. This is Blowpipe, and this is a recolor of Blowpipe, or Color Lift. So yeah, they are the same gun. Why do you not want to autofocus today, camera? They are the same gun, if you can't tell. Just different colors going on. There you go. They even got the same heads. But yeah, so predominantly black gun. You can see the red body underneath with the yellow visor going on. Pretty nice. A little bit of white around to give it a little extra detail, which is very, very nice. Besides that, it is just the weapon. It is a 5mm post, so anything with a 5mm post, like Sideswipe, I assume this is supposed to go with Sideswipe as they share colors. You can put it into any 5mm post. and as well as he comes with a blast effect accessory. And this one is this. It's this one. It looks like a spinning P-blast. That's just what I see. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Whoops. I don't know why there's green paint flakes on mine. I'm going to be honest about that. Come on. Why don't you want to focus? We were just focused, and now we're out of focus again. Yeah, if you can see those bits of green at the top there, that looks like paint, and it looks like the same kind of green that was used on the G2 Sideswipe toy, but this Sideswipe toy, which it's based off of, it doesn't have any of that, so I don't know where that bit of paint would have come from. But anyway, you can stick it on the front of his gun, and he can shoot that off. You can take a really big leak, you know, real big leak, and it does not plug onto this smaller barrel. It just has the shape, I guess, to look a bit more symmetrical, I guess. But yeah, that is that, and you saw the comparison with blowpipe already. So we're just going to transform him, and to do that, we are going to split the arms like so. We're going to untab the legs, those tabs going into those slots. We're going to rotate this down, including the entire pelvic section. This all rotates down like so. Just straighten out the arms, and we fold this onto his back, and there's Trenchfoot in robot mode, and now he's got a giant chest nipple. Let's just, since there's a hole in it, let's go with the Warpath route and call that a chest cannon. Just you can. It's not. I don't think it's compatible with the. Yeah, no, not compatible with the 5mm of the blast effect parts. But there is Trenchfoot in his robot mode. Like we mentioned before, we already saw the chest, so it's pretty much you got that same chest with the nice yellow visor, black face, white paint details on the red, and then just solid black limbs all around. Very simple. Articulation, nothing at the head. Ball jointed arms, so they can 360. They can go out that far. And ball jointed legs, so they can go that far forward and that far back. But you are, since this is on a friction hinge, you can take this off, and you can see there's this smaller post right here. Especially with all the black, I can't tell if this is in focus or not. I apologize. You can take that smaller peg and plug it into these tiny holes on his forearms. They should be 3mm holes, I believe. Then you can give him his own gun as his own giant arm cannon. And I think that's pretty neat. A little more fun than just this tiny man with a made-up chest cannon that is a living weapon, not having an actual weapon. But yeah, so that's Trenchfoot in robot mode, and I'm just going to... I would like this camera to focus again, like normal. But just quickly, here he is compared to Blowpipe in his robot mode. And again, you can see the differences there. It's mostly in terms of paint. But that's it for Trenchfoot. So let us move on to Covert Clone Sideswipe. And here we have Covert Clone Sideswipe, aka G2 Sideswipe, except he's just got the standard Autobot insignia. It's just a color lift recolor of the Siege Sideswipe body, which you see in all of my size comparisons now. I don't think I reviewed that. It's been a while. I have to figure it out. But anyway, this is a very sleek Cybertronian car mode. Well, vague futuristic. Let's just go with that. Got the nice bonnet here if you're British, or the hood. A little bit of, I think that's white. I can't tell if that's white or silver. Honestly, I think it's silver. Silver headlights, nice Autobot insignia on the front there. Silver paint on those hubcaps there. Very nice looking red clear plastic going on top, showing through and seeing that molding underneath, which is neat. Red stripe going along the side, while most of the rest of the body is black, though we have a little bit of red at those vents, which is a very, very nice touch. Back's pretty much solid black, no paint on the rear lights but that's fine. And then you've got the underside there. The car, he does roll. And for accessories specifically for him, he has these two weapons, which are the same as the ones that come with Sideswipe. They are just both molded in black, but very nicely painted in silver. As you can see, it's not just a solid coating of silver. There are certain sections left black. And that, I don't know, that just makes it work better. It makes it more than just, oh, hey, look, it's a silver gun. Oh, no, it's got differences to it and whatnot. So I think that's very nice. Both of them have 5mm pegs, so you can peg them on separately and whatnot. But they are also able to combine into a singular weapon that is basically a missile launcher weapon similar to the one that came with Sideswipe's original toy, which is really neat, I must say. And you can do stuff like that. And you can also plug things here and here. Oh, and in terms of last effect bits, you can use this port that's right on Sideswipe's chest to have that come. Hold on, I've got a better example. Oh no, he's been shot. Ow! 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 Hold on. Kablam! Boom! Boom! Ooh, look at that damage! Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic, but that's the only one that's accessible in car mode, it seems. And with that done, let us get into some size comparisons for Sideswipe. Here he is next to Legends Class Tailgate and Deluxe Class Sideswipe, Voyager Class Optimus Prime, Leader Class Ultra Magnus, and cause why not, here he is with Sideswipe again, as well as Red Alert. And now we have that done, we can transform him into robot mode. So, transformation wise, first things first, we have to flip these side panels up. These tabs just tab, those tabs just tab into those slots in the what will be the arms. And then you're going to come down here. You're going to untab those sections, those tabs going into those slots there. And we're going to bend the legs back like so. And the feet are in here like so. And the easiest way to get them out is to bend them forward like that, which ends up pushing these bits that are the backs of this car that happen to be the knees, and push the feet forward enough so that you can grab them and fold them down. And then we just close those panels up again and split the legs and rotate up the waist. So now we've got the lower body done. Up to the upper body, we're gonna move the arms out, and I'm just gonna pull them out like this for the time being, so we can work in the middle here, which is gonna be very simple. We fold these panels in now. We lift this one up, and we fold the whole thing down like so. Then we just flip out the fist and straighten the arm out. Flip up the fist, straighten the arm out. And there is Sideswipe in his robot mode. And the G2 black, red, and white looks really, really nice. It truly does. It's a great looking color scheme on this body. Going to the head, you got some nice silver paint with some blue eyes on the inside there. A nice little bit of silver on the forehead crest, and the rest of the head is in red. The car hood becomes the chest, so that's pretty straightforward. You got some white at the lower belly though, red at the crotch, and silver on the crotch itself. Black shoulders leading down to some nice white arms and red fists. And then the thighs are white while the legs are red with silver on them. And a little bit of siege battle damage paint, but it's in black. So that's a very interesting damage thing. And then that's the rest of him right there. Articulation wise, the head can rotate a full 360. It is on a ball joint, so it can look up and down a little bit and can look side to side a little bit. Shoulders can rotate a full 360 and are able to bend out that far. There is a biceps swivel right there for a full 360. Elbows can go 90 degrees in, and the only thing at the wrist is the transformation joint. Waist has the full 360 to it. Legs are able to go that far forward and that far back, as well as that far out. Knees can go a 90-degree bend, and the feet are able to tilt, and they are able to tilt out that far from the body. So you can get a pretty wide split on him, as you can see. Very nice articulation on this guy. Now for his weapons, you can do same thing as before. Put them into any of the 5mm pegs, which are include his hands. 2 on the arms right there, and the ones on his sides of his legs from the car mode. But there is also this tab, which allows it to be tabbed into those tabs on the shoulders right there. And you can have that going on if you want. So that is certainly an option. Granted, and yeah, just replicates the original Sideswipe Toys missile launcher. I think, I may be wrong, so someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that that missile launcher was cut for the G2 toy and replaced with a different weapon. I know it comes with a different weapon than the original one, but I am not fully positive about that. Well, positive. I'm fully positive that he comes with a different weapon. Not fully positive he doesn't come with his missile launcher. I don't think he does, though, so it's interesting, just to say. But that's it for Sideswipe. I'll do robot mode size comparisons later, but we are going to go over Skytread first. So Sideswipe comes out. And here is not Skytread, but Slamdance Skytread is the original mold that this mold was recolored, retooled from. Yeah, retooled because there's a new head. I think there's a new head. Maybe not. I think there is. I'll see you in robot mode. I can't remember off the top of my head. But here is Slamdance, sorry, who is made out of the components Rain Dance and Grand Slam. And the story behind these guys is that they were originally cassettes for Blaster, but instead of turning into robots or animals, they turned into a jet and a tank, and then they would combine into a single robot. That was Slamdance, that was their robot mode. They don't do the cassette thing anymore, but they still are the tank and the jet, which is cool. Only difference is that the legs were the jet and the top was the tank originally. But you know what? Skytread's a very special mold. There's not much you can do with it, so if you wanted to do something, I'm completely okay with this, especially since these are minor characters that I don't think we're going to get cassettes anyway. I mean, who knows? There's been a lot of weird curveballs, like Red Wing. Red Wing exists, so they could get, new molds, cassettes maybe, but probably not because they'd have to use them for something else. So we're here, so let's talk about the Grand Slam component first, the tank. It's a very plain-ish tank. It does have nice silver paint on the treads. The rest of the body is pretty much red. It's a couple of different shades, but mostly it's just rivets and panels and stuff. There's not even a proper turret entrance, but that's probably because this is a Cybertronian tank and they don't need no driver. There's a lot of gappage in the back out here, however, and a little bit underneath, but not too terrible. The turret itself is a 5mm post weapon, molded in blue, painted in silver, which does look very nice. And while it does have a little bit of a divot to fit over this bit that is the crotch piece, it does not fit as well as it should. So the peg is in there not very deep, and also the turret ends up being aimed downward a bit. It stays on better than for Skytread, I will say, but still, it's not. Something didn't end up going the way that was planned. But you know what? Cybertronian tank doesn't have to be in the center. Boom, there we go. There is your turret, just off center, but looking much more straight. And of course, all the turret can do, turret can do is just swivel. Not even in this position, it can't even do that. But if you have it here, you can get it to swivel and whatnot, but it is not able to raise or lower. But that is Grand Slam. And now on to a Rain Dance. The jet component is a very sleek, nice blue jet. Got some thundercrackery colors going on with a little bit of red highlights on the wings over here and over here as well as a lot of silver going around. Dot top, the jet vents, turbines, a little bit here, a little bit on the nose, a little bit there. Pretty nice all around. Got 2 little like fake guns, like they look like guns, but they don't do anything. They don't come off, they're just molded in. And then the underside, however, is a bit bad because it's basically jet with arms underneath. But you know what? It's fine. He's a Cybertronian jet. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's not the cleanest jet, but you know what? It really makes up for it because the robot mode ends up being super clean, like super clean. Oh, and for weapons, must also say, they do also come with this gun. I don't know what to be if like just he or them, because the original bios, these are like actually have separate personalities from Slam Dance, but you know what, whatever. I'll just keep interchanging. Anyway, this is the other gun that comes with this mold. You can plug it on top like so if you want to do that. There's ports under the wings. There's the ports on the shoulders if you want to go real crazy. But I like putting it under the nose cone because that looks clean and, you know, I guess makes that not so egregious, maybe. I don't know. Or, you know what, you can just not give Rain Dance a gun at all and just give Slam Dance 2 if you are so inclined. By the way, Slam Dance does roll. He's got wheels in his treads. Grand Slam, I should say, sorry. But Rain Dance has nothing. That's just it. It's just him. So with that done, let's go into size comparisons for these two. Here they are with Legends class Tailgate and Deluxe class Sideswipe, Voyager class Optimus Prime, Leader class Ultra Magnus, and with the original version of the mold, Skytread. So, getting these two combined into robot mode. First, let's take the tank, take Grand Slam, pull the turret off, put that off to the side. We're going to come here, unfold these bits, untab the crotch, these two tabs going into those two slots there, just stretching the legs out. We're going to split the legs. And because, like I said, mine are tight, I'm going to do this carefully, but then you just fold the feet down until they get there. And again, fold the feet down until they get there. Then you just close those calves up, and there are the legs. And now to go into the jet, we are going to come down here. We are going to untab these two tabs right here and here, going into those slots there and there. Then we're going to split the arms from those tabs. We're going to pull these arms out to the side like so. We're going to flip this section up and then flip these panels on over. And then we are going to collapse the nose cone down like so. Rotate the arms the right way, flip out the fists, rotate the arm, flip out the fist, and then we connect the two halves like so. And there you have Grand Slam in his robot mode. Not Grand Slam, Slam Dance in his robot mode. And it is a very nicely colored robot. The head sculpt is looking very nice red, yellow visor, and silver bit. It's red because the legs were the top, so the head was red, but I appreciate them keeping the same colored head. It also helps like meld the two a bit more together, especially as well with the red bits on the arms right here as well. You got the chest up front with the cockpit, but you also get all of these panels that nicely cover the chest, so it feels very full, I should say. The arms are gray here and the hands are gray there. Nice bit of silver on the crotch, red for the rest of the crotch, and the legs are basically the tank, so it's red and silver. Honestly, this is kind of Warpath like here, right here, just like the treads as the feet, you know. I find that funny. Oh, also, if you want to, you can, the wings are on hinges, so you can fold them back up, so you can't see them at all, or you can just angle them out a little bit, and I like to angle it out. It just feels natural to do that on a Transformer. But speaking of that, I don't know what I was going to be saying there, but anyway, articulation, 360 degree at the head because it's a ball joint. It can also look up and down and go side to side a bit. Arms can do a full 360. You just got to watch out for the wings. Arms can also go that far out, so it's even more than just straight out. Bicep swivel, 360 degrees. Elbow bend, greater than 90 degrees. Only thing at the wrist is the transformation joint. Waist does rotate, but does not do a full 360, mostly because the tail fin section does get in the way of that. But the legs are able to go that far forward and that far back and that far out. And the thighs, rotate 360. Knees are able to do a 90-degree bend, and the feet do indeed pivot, but only that far out. So not as crazy as Sideswipe, but you still get some nice splayed posing options there. And as for the weapons, you got various options here. You got ports there, two on this side, there, and of course the ones at the bottom for weaponizing stuff, as well as the two on the wings. So you can do separate placements for each of them, or you can take this part of the gun and stick it into the back of this gun and just give him one super long rifle weapon. And I think you can even like get him fairly well posed in like holding a sniper rifle kind of pose. So you got that option. It's very nice and neat. And yeah, pretty much all to say about Slam Dance. Sorry, I keep having to think. But yeah, like I said, that's all to say about him. So I'm going to bring him back, as well as Sideswipe and the unfortunately named Trenchfoot. And let's take a look at some robot mode size comparisons. Here they are with Legends class Tailgate and Deluxe class Sideswipe, Voyager class Optimus Prime and Leader class Ultra Magnus, Red Alert and Skytread, and of course the channel's mascots Soundwave and Wheeljack. So overall, this unit is a pretty nice team. These are, well, this is one character I never would have expected we would get. And this is a very nice recolor of a very nice mold. And this is, you know, just a new character with a very unfortunate name. But I do like them. Unfortunately, it is a $50 box set. I mean, this is $45 worth of figures, but I can tell there's some extra paint in certain places. So maybe that's where the extra $5 went. I'm not sure. But, well, $4 technically, since that's $6. Anyway, semantics aside, it is unfortunate that is a $50 Amazon exclusive box set, and there's the potential of your Slam Dances having bad feet. You can even hear mine are very tight. Again, I can probably just loosen that up with loosen the screw up, but it doesn't feel like it's going to break. But even though I had the box with the bad production code on it, so do be careful if you are getting this set, though it is a very nice looking set, and I would recommend it if you are interested in these characters. Granted, like I said, they are weird characters, but if you're into that kind of thing, this is definitely a good set. I love the colors. They look so good, and these molds also are very good. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SoundJack426. Also, if you want to help support the channel, you can check out the Ko-fi link in the description down below. And you should also go check out RDSJ Gaming, where I play video games with Alyssa, aka The Rational Dove. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in. This is SoundJack signing off.